Warning. This channel features sarcasm and jokes. If you are offended by anything, we will consider your feedback. Or not.
Alright, I'm playing Adit from India. Thank you, Inchivik, for the 100 gifted subs. Ew! Thank you so much. Very much appreciated. Huh? Till GC now she again. Yeah, that's just because chess.com has like an embed. That's oh, London. All right, I'm gonna play my new Queen's Gambit declined repertoire against this. All right, I'm gonna London the London. That's all that means. You guys really gotta stop this fetishizing of numbers on a screen. Nobody cares. Why don't you accept mine? I hate you. I'm going to Eric Rosen's stream. Beast_work. Your next message needs to be a formal apology. You need to praise allegiance to this stream or I'll permanently ban you. All right, my opponent's playing like kind of lame. They're not really challenging me, so I'm just gonna play like a little bit more aggressively with c5. Wow, this is a very tame way of playing the London. I mean, bishop e2, it's like my opponent is playing a London and not actually challenging me whatsoever. That's a move, but I'm just gonna castle and everything's fine. I don't have to. Now, g4 is like very interesting. Okay, my opponent didn't play that. So now we're gonna go here and put pressure on this knight. This is only good if white can play f4. The knight on e5 is not good otherwise. It's just not any good. And, like, if a pawn ends up here, it's a mild inconvenience, but the other way to play against the London is to just go for the bishop. So there's a lot of congestion here. It's, like, a little bit annoying for sure. But normally, if you can play knight h5 and take the bishop, white is in terrible shape. Okay? So, like, we're keeping the tension here, which is something that as an intermediate player, you need to be able to do. We don't want to take on e5 because we don't want white to establish any sort of blockade. All right? Knight takes c6. Do I have to take the knight? No. I can just take the bishop. So I have now secured the bag. All right, now, what did I have to analyze? Where can this knight go? Okay. Now, is it better to take with queen or pawn? I'm gonna say with pawn. Why? Because I want the b file. So I want to go here, and now I have a target, right? So this is how you outplay people in a middle game. Now, you could take, but you don't need to. I'm now going to start hunting the weaknesses that I've created for my opponent. At some point, I might play h6 because I know that they can also try to get my bishop, and I would like to kind of be able to go back. Which way do I take here? Do I take with the bishop or the queen? You got to take with the queen because if you take with the bishop, you get forked, which is very important. So queen takes. Now, my opponent's playing pretty fast, so I'm going to have to speed up a little bit. Okay, that defends. Here comes h6. Useful move. And, okay, exactly. Now move my bishop. Knight has eyes on this. So I need to probably start advancing my pawns. I have a strong... that's a good move. All right, I don't have a choice. That was a nice move by my opponent. And again, time is of the essence here. Like, it's, you know, now we're deep here in the middle game. Will my opponent find this? That's my idea. Okay, they don't find it, so I'm gonna push. I'd love to get my rook there. Now I'm gonna try to break at that pawn too. Good move. All right, now we're gonna try to fight for the a file. Will my opponent find this? Blockading my pawns. It's a big battle here. You got rooks staring at each other. Don't be the one taking because then you're gonna lose control of the file. So now I'm gonna look to pressure all of this. White's position is on the verge of falling apart. Okay, now I control the file. Now I will infiltrate on the A file and try to trade the queens. At some point, I'm gonna try to hunt these pawns. My structure is really, really nice. This is a potential idea for white, but it doesn't really do a whole lot. Because I'm defended, but it's a move for sure. All right, rook in, pressure. Pressure and eyes on the pawn. Queen b2 possible, but then we're gonna... Don't go here because you hang a fork. But this is possible. That doesn't actually do anything. I could take now, maybe. This is possible because that pawn's in my line of sight. Right? And now I'm gonna get this. So my breakthrough worked. I got behind the pawn. Now don't rush. I can threaten a rook trade because I'm gonna queen. Right? And if you decline the rook... Oh, yeah, snap. And then c3, king f1, c2, king e1. And that's it. Very nice. And now I could have promoted to a knight. That was very clean. You see how we just fully focused on the queen side because we had more space. We used our pawns to poke and prod. And at a certain moment, we traded the bishop for the knight because it was going to release the pressure on the pawn on c3. All right, so that was just a very methodical outplaying on the queen side. All right, he played very well. We also did because we're 2,800. Okay, anyway, let's analyze this game. What's the book about? Go f***ing look and don't ask me. Love, yeah, thanks. DeFi, actually, I don't. That would be parasocial. All right, so, and I don't want to give you guys the wrong idea. My opponent played the London in kind of a very, you know, lackadaisical way. So I just, okay, bishop d6, computer is like saying it's inaccurate or whatever, but it's just all normal. Knight f3 is a mistake, and yeah, if you can get the bishop on f4, it would be very nice. Of course, you don't have to play knight h5. You can play a lot of other things here. Like, for example, I was thinking to play a bit more solidly with knight d7 to get rid of this, and then after something like this, black is, yeah, already very fine. And that's sort of what I did. I mean, I just kind of went for the bishop. I was slightly better, and I pressured on the queen side. Computer will say, like, queen a5 is inaccurate. Don't listen to computer. I mean, you played fine. If you play like this and just slowly build up the pressure and bring the rooks, you played fine. I mean, my opponent played quite well also. Isn't Chesley just chessable, but with barely any courses? Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Yep. Yes, very good. Yes. You're right. Anyway, rook b3. Rook b4, and this is completely lost because we used the threat of a rook trade to then play rook d3 and take on d4. Of course, trading and just promoting is also good.